So you've chosen your music, and now you're in the home stretch of finishing up your PhotoStory3 project. Before we go on, I would like to point out this button right here, Save Project. And the Save Project button is on every single page that you've got. And the purpose of that button is to save the project if you are not able to finish in a day. So you can click on this and save it into a folder and then later come back and work on your story. The second thing I'd like us to do is watch what we have so far for our video. To do that, I'll click on the preview button. Now when I click on the preview button, I would like you to notice two things. Number one, notice that the camera pans and zooms on its own. And it's not anything that we told PhotoStory3 to do. It does it by itself. And it's really a tremendous feature. The second thing is I'd like you to notice the transitions. They're very basic. Now we can change that. I've held that to the last thing to show you because it's the least important. If you're running out of time, you can let students forget the transitions. However, they're a lot of fun for students to do, and you can see some very creative transitions. So I will show you that after we watch our preview. And again, we'll only watch the first 4 slides.
The Ocean by Brent Falke. Have you ever seen the ocean? My family once traveled to Mississippi where we spent a very fun day at the beach. I had never touched the ocean before, so I was very excited to go. When I first viewed it, I could not believe how bright, blue, and big it was. The waves leaped as tall as me. I could not wait to leap into the water, but before I made it into the ocean, I spotted all sorts of shells. My sister and I decided to have a contest to determine who could find the most shells. She won.
Okay, so far, so good, but I would like to add some nice transitions in between our slides. So I choose back, go back to where we recorded, choose Custom Motion, and click on Transition. And now I have all sorts of choices of the transitions I can use. Every single one of them right now has a crossfade, but I'd like something a little better. So for instance, you can see what happens. You can see your transition right up there. I like that, so if I like it, I click Save. And I'm on to the next picture. And I want to find another good transition. Okay, and if I like it, I click Save. And I like it, so we click Save. On to the next picture. And we'll only do the first 4 slides. And I like it. I click Save. And I can preview it again, but I want to make sure that I'm starting at my first slide. You can just watch how it jazzes up the story a little bit.
The Ocean by Brent Falke. Have you ever seen the ocean? My family once traveled to Mississippi where we spent a very fun day at the beach. I had never touched the ocean before, so I was very excited to go. When I first viewed it, I could not believe how bright, blue, and big it was. The waves leaped as tall as me. I could not wait to leap into the water, but before I made it into the ocean, I spotted all sorts of shells. My sister and I decided to have a contest to determine who could find the most shells. She won.
Alright, now we'll close the transitions and click Next. And now I want to save this as a Windows Media file. And to do that, I simply click Next to get to the final page on PhotoStory3. And then I have several options. And I'm going to save it for playback on my computer, the first choice. And then I need to tell it where I want it to save my story. And I'm going to call it The Ocean and you can see that it's going to save it as a Windows Media video. And I click Save. And now when I click Next, it will start building my project to play as a Windows Media video.